are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it. And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical ability. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, Lance sliding out of the pocket. Breaks through the contact. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there. Someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. Interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. Just go back out the next drive, not like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Returning right back to Lockett. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now a play fake. Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Niners. On first down, Lance. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Off of play action, here's Lance on the move to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Lance. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Myers connects on the PAT, and it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Now it's Wilson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Lance looking to throw it. They'll roll him out right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Play action, now it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Sanu. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Sidney Jones. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, Wilson. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Lance now on first down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down is Lance. under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Lance to throw it, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback, make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the... end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Flush to his right. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On first down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range down at the 27-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Wilson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 5 yards remain on second down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find some.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Lance on the bootleg. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson right back to Eskridge. This time it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, try to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
There's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Niners.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Carson. And some space here. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they